If you're a freelancer, a coach, a consultant, a copywriter, a photographer, or run any service-based business, you already know this truth. Your clients are your income, but they can also be your biggest enemy. The client who keeps asking for more, the one who ghosts you after delivery, the one who doesn't get results and blames you, or worse, the one who threatens to drag your name through the mud just because you didn't get what they imagined. In this video, I'm going to show you the 5 toxic client behaviors that create the biggest legal problems for entrepreneurs and exactly how to stop each one before they cost you time, money, and your reputation. You'll walk away with a legal strategy to protect your business using contract clauses, client communication frameworks, and a free tool I built called the Client Defense Playbook. I spent nearly 20 years as a courtroom-tested business lawyer. I've seen these situations end up in lawsuits, claims of fraud, and full-blown business meltdowns, but I've also learned how to stop these client enemies in their tracks. So in this video, I'll break down each client behavior, what it looks like, what it leads to, how to legally bulletproof your client relationships before they turn into one of the 5 enemies that every entrepreneur has to face. Your number one enemy might just be your next client. Let's start with the client I'm sure you know already, the never satisfied client. This is the one who keeps asking for more edits, more calls, more access, more everything without paying $1 more. They don't say thank you. They say, what else can I get? They start out sweet, but over time, they drain your time, your boundaries, and your confidence. You're no longer delivering a service, you're surviving a hostage negotiation. So how do you stop this enemy? You stop them with a clear scope of work, a change order clause, deliverable checkpoints with client sign-offs, and during onboarding, you walk the client through exactly what they're getting and what specifically they're not getting. Here's the principle. If it's not written, it doesn't exist. Don't be nice. Be clear. Now, client enemy number 2 is the disparager. This is the client who leaves and starts talking, not to you, but to your leads in private chats, in forums, and DMs, on social media. They don't post feedback. They post damage, and they can cost you clients you never met. And if your business runs on trust, you just lost it. That's why every agreement must include a mutual non-disparagement clause, not just to scare them, but to create a clear line between feedback and defamation. Inside mine, I include no public or private trash talk, no vague posting, and post-termination enforcement with real financial penalties. If they break it, that's called liquidated damages, but don't just hide this in your contract. Spell it out in your terms as clients' best practices, so you're both on the same page. Now, client enemy number 3 is the ghost who charges back. They disappear after you deliver the work, and then they dispute the charge. No warning, no conversation, just an email from Stripe saying the money's gone. You stop this with a chargeback defense policy and the right terms inside your contract. Make sure you include a chargeback waiver clause, payment authorization, a refund policy tied to access or delivery, and a requirement that the client notifies you of issues before filing any third-party disputes. And don't wait until things go sideways. Get every policy acknowledged before any money moves. Now, client enemy number 4 is the passive partner. They're not out to harm you. They're just completely disorganized. They miss meetings. They don't upload materials. They delay approvals, and they might just be too busy for you, but when results slip, they point the finger at you. You stop this by defining client obligations, and inside my agreements, I require client responses within 5 business days, the right to suspend my services if the client delays, and a clause that clarifies we're not responsible for results that the client fails to achieve because they failed to do their part. Make this a part of your onboarding process. Shift the outcome blame to them from the beginning. Client enemy number 5 is the blamer. They didn't get the results they imagined, and now they're looking for someone to blame, and it's you. You said I'd grow my brand. You said I'd double my revenue. I'd lose weight. That didn't happen. They didn't implement the plan, but now they want a refund, or worse, they want revenge. This is why your offer needs to be legally bulletproof. Inside my system, we build every offer with clear result disclaimers. We include a clause that says success depends on the client's participation and effort. We add a results disclosure that outlines what we do, what we don't do, and what outcomes are realistic, and we cap liability inside the agreement so the client can't hold us responsible for something they never followed through on. Here's the truth. Most legal issues with clients aren't legal issues. They're behavioral issues that become legal problems because the contract didn't do its job. That's why I created the Client Defense Playbook. It's your full guide to handling toxic clients before they turn into disputes. I walk you through each of these 5 behaviors, showing you what clauses to use, what conversations to have, what to document, and what to do when things go off track. You can download it for free using the link below. And if you want the full contract, the exact agreement for online service providers like coaches, agencies, photographers, consultants, and other freelancers, I've built a workshop for that too. Inside the client agreement workshop, I walk you through the agreement line by line, and you get it customized to your business directly from me. You get educational videos explaining to you the contract by me, and most importantly, you get access to me in Q&A sessions to ask me any questions you have about the contract or how to bulletproof your business directly. This is all part of the contract system that we have. This is how we protect entrepreneurs, with the right agreement, the right systems, and the right mentorship. Even if your client agreements are bulletproof, if your business structure isn't legally protected, you're still exposed. Filing an LLC isn't enough. You need the right operating agreement, the right documentation, and the right compliance system in place. So in the next video, we're going to talk about how to legally bulletproof your LLC and why most entrepreneurs think they're protected, but they really aren't.